Okay, this video is going to focus on investing and clearing away any of your fears, doubts, or insecurities about investing. There are a lot of people who have a number of different limiting beliefs around this topic, and it can create a lot of fear. It can cause people to put off investing, which is putting off your wealth creation. And it can cause people to make bad decisions, which then reinforces the fear and can obviously create further complications with your money mindset. So let's start with a little bit of EFT on this subject. And we may incorporate a couple of other different releasing techniques as well. So I want you to start with the setup phrase. And as I guide you through this process, please feel free to substitute your own thoughts and feelings. So as I'm going through this process and I'm speaking through some of the different fears, doubts, and insecurities that you might have, you may notice that some of your own stuff gets triggered. It comes to the surface. Don't worry about what I'm saying. You can always rewatch this if you want to pick up on that in the next round of EFT on this topic. I really encourage you to tap through whatever you are thinking and feeling on this subject, okay? It is your stuff that's being triggered that we want you to clear. Okay, I don't have any special magic words. My role is to be a guide. So I may be helping you clear some stuff that you have, or I may be saying things that don't feel like they have any significance or emotional charge to you. But hopefully you're getting into your own stuff, your old beliefs, your old stories, okay? All right, so let's start with our setup phrase to eliminate any psychological reversal. And again, please feel free to substitute your own words as we're going through this. Even though I don't trust myself to invest in the stock market, I accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I don't trust myself to make good investments, whether that's the stock market or real estate or any other form of investing, I accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I don't trust myself to invest wisely, I love, honor, accept, and forgive myself. Okay. Now we'll start at the top of the head. I don't trust myself. I don't know if I'm going to make the right decisions. What if I make a bad choice? What if I lose money? What if I do the wrong thing? I've worked way too hard to lose this money. I would be horrified if I made a mistake. I cannot afford to lose my money. But I don't want my money sitting there doing nothing for me. I'm afraid that if I don't invest my money, that I'm losing out on opportunities to create more money and more wealth. I'm really scared. I've heard so many horror stories about people giving their money over to others and bad things happen. Who can you trust? Even good people make mistakes. Even the experts don't know it all. What if they steal my money? What if they make a mistake with my money? I don't feel confident giving away my life savings to some stranger. I want to be able to control my own wealth, but I don't trust myself. I don't know enough. It feels overwhelming to even consider learning everything I would need to know. There's just too much. It's too hard to know what to invest in. I don't even understand this whole investing thing. I hear that I'm supposed to invest, but I don't even know where to begin. I've made mistakes with money in the past. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes. I'm afraid that I'm going to do something wrong. I wish that I had more confidence. I wish that I knew what to invest in. I wish that I knew what was safe. I don't feel safe. I feel stuck. I don't feel safe investing, but I don't feel safe not investing. I feel stuck. I give myself permission to begin to let this go. What if I don't have to know everything to begin making money through investing? What if there are ways for me to begin investing that are safer? What if there are ways for me to begin investing that feel right to me? What if there is a way that I can begin investing and start to see a return on my money? What if I don't have to learn it all? Maybe there is someone who can help me. Maybe there is a way that I can learn enough about what I want to invest in. I've learned things before. Maybe I can learn this too. Maybe I can just start with a little bit, and then a little bit more. And as I learn more, I can invest a little bit more. And I'll start to build confidence. And I'll start to see that what I'm doing is working. I've heard that there are ways to diversify. Perhaps there is a way for me to invest more safely. I give myself permission to begin to let go of this fear. As I release the fear, I may begin to have more clarity. As I have more clarity, I'll know which next action to take. And as I take actions little by little, I'll begin to increase my wealth. And as I increase my wealth, little by little, I'll feel even more confident. And as I become more confident, I'll invest more. And as I make more, I can invest more. And as I invest more, I can increase my wealth. And little by little, I can do it. I can begin to create the wealth that I desire. I can see and feel how good it will be to be generating wealth through my investments. I give myself permission to release the fear. I give myself permission to align with the solutions that are right for me. I give myself permission to begin to take easy steps, safe steps, steps that help me build confidence, steps that help me to learn as I go. And just like everything in life, as I move forward and take more and more steps, I learn and I grow. And I can learn and grow how to be a savvy investor. Okay, I'll take a nice deep cleansing breath. Now notice what is coming up for you. And as you become aware of what's coming up for you, okay, if there are still fears, I want you to acknowledge them. Is it serving you to hold on to that fear? Certainly, we know that you cannot make smart, strategic investments if you are full of fear. So if that fear is not really serving you to think clearly, to feel your own inner guidance, then are you willing to let it go? And if you're willing to let it go, now we can shift from fear into a sense of curiosity. What if there are ways that are right for me to invest? What if there are things that I can learn that will help me to feel more empowered as an investor, whether I'm investing myself or I am working with a trusted advisor? Now, this is an important consideration. Whenever we give away our power to another person, it does leave us in a state of vulnerability. Now, if you're in this program, you very likely are a business owner. So I want you to think about this as a business owner. When you hire someone, whether it is bringing someone in as an employee or you're hiring someone as a contractor, it is so important that you understand enough about the job that you're delegating that you can make sure they're doing it properly. Now, let's use an example. Let's say that you're hiring a copywriter. You do not need to know how to be a world-class copywriter. You don't have to go and learn how to be an effective copywriter. That can take months and even years to develop those skill sets. But you do want to know enough so that when that individual is providing you with a deliverable, so if you're reviewing the sales copy, for instance, that they wrote for you, or the advertising copy that they wrote for you, you can look at that and you can say, that's not going to work. That's not right. That's not addressing the problem that the customer or the client has, or that's not the right approach. Or to be able to say, that's spot on, that's excellent. This individual really knows what they're doing and they're creating a very high quality deliverable. So it is so important to know enough that you can discern whether or not the individual that you're entrusting with this task is doing a good job or not. Now, if you don't take the time to learn enough about what you're investing in, you really are taking a gamble. Just like hiring that copywriter, if you have absolutely no idea what a copywriter should be doing, they could provide you with complete garbage that is going to turn off your prospective client or customer. And you wouldn't know. You just put it out there and spend a whole bunch of money on advertising after you just spent a whole bunch of money paying this copywriter, and they may be doing your business more harm than good. So you want to know just enough to have a sense of confidence and certainty that if something's off, you're going to be aware of that, okay? So what can you do? What small little action steps can you take to start to build that sense of confidence in, I can spot a fraud, I can spot a charlatan, I can see if something's not right here. Can you give yourself enough grace to learn just a little bit about maybe what types of investments are appropriate for your goals? If you have a nest egg and you want that nest egg to be creating wealth for you. You may not be in a position to put your entire life savings into something that could potentially be highly volatile, like cryptocurrencies, for instance. Maybe it could explode and you could become a multimillionaire overnight, but we don't know that. So are there other investments that may be a safer bet and still provide you with a really good return on your investment? So for instance, if stocks are too risky, and we hear all of these things about the uncertainty of the stock market, are there certain types of stocks that are more or less guaranteed to stay stable even if there is a major crash? What about real estate? Are there certain types of real estate that you can invest in that are going to provide you with a greater sense of financial security, even if the housing market that we're in right now, which is really quite crazy in terms of appreciation in home values, if that bubble bursts and your money is in single family houses, that might be risky, but perhaps investing in multifamily is a safer bet for you. So you have to be willing to learn enough to know in your being that you're making good choices, okay? So I'm hoping that if you're still feeling triggered on certain things, that you're going to continue to utilize this process. You can do another round or two, or however many rounds of EFT you need. Use the reasoning method. Ask yourself, is this fear serving me? Is it serving anyone? Can I let it go? Remember that we can make more empowered decisions once we've released the negative emotional charge. So go through these different processes, continue to clear on your fears, your doubts, your insecurities about investing. And remember that a big part of this journey is about creating an empowering mindset that supports what you want to create. So it's not just all about fixing, it's also about empowering. And a big part of achieving all of your goals is learning, growth, creating a new mindset. So even if your next step is just to start listening to experts on investing and choose wisely, right? Make sure that they are operating within the parameters of, have they been where you are? Are they where you want to be? Okay. So for instance, if you are looking to somebody who is investing in a type of stock that you know you don't feel any resonance with, maybe they invest all of their money in pharmaceutical companies and that is just not aligned with your values. Don't listen to them. Okay. Find somebody who is aligned with you, who has been where you are, who has started maybe with the fear, the doubt, the insecurity, or just simply not knowing. And they were able to learn and to develop their skill set. And now you can shortcut your learning curve because they've already been there, they've done that, and they learned, and now they know exactly what they need to do in order to continue to create the wealth. And now you can start to learn from them. So you're getting into their head, right? You're picking up on their vibration. You're learning from their wisdom. You're starting to resonate with their mindset, and that begins to influence your own mindset. Okay, so I'm going to leave this video here. Keep doing your inner work. You're doing great, and we will see you in the next video.